Before I start this, I just want to say something real quick. I don't care if you believe me or not, because I wish this wasn't real. I grew up in the Appalachian Mountains, and there's something people don't talk about unless they've actually lived there. It's not the animals, it's not the isolation, it's the feeling that something is watching you, and it's been their way longer than you have. And one night, it stopped watching and started following me home. I grew up in western North Carolina, maybe 30 to 40 minutes outside Asheville. If you've never been out there, it's hard to explain what it feels like. During the day, it's beautiful, quiet, almost peaceful. But at night, it's different. The woods don't just get dark. They feel deeper, like the darkness has weight to it. My parents had a house way out past the main roads, surrounded by forest on pretty much all sides. No neighbors close by, just trees, hills, and one long road leading in and out. At the time this happened, I was taking night classes for automotive work. I get out around 10 or 10:30 p.m., and then I had about a 30-minute drive home. Same road every night, same turns, same landmarks. You get used to it. That's why I knew something was wrong that night. It started small. I took the usual exit off I-40, and right away, it just fell off. I didn't hear anything, and I know that sounds stupid, but if you've ever been out in the mountains, you know there's always noise. Bugs, frogs, wind, something. That night, nothing. I even rolled my window down more just to check. Still nothing. It was like the whole area just shut up. I remember thinking maybe there was a storm coming or something, but the sky was clear. No clouds, no wind, just silence. Then I passed a gas station near our road. It's a 24-hour place, always lit up, always someone there. That night, pitch black, no lights, no cars, nothing. I kind of paused for a second like, that's weird, but I didn't stop. I just kept driving. But at that point, I started getting this feeling in my chest. Not panic exactly, just this pressure, like I wasn't supposed to be there, like something noticed me. I kept driving, trying to ignore it. I even turned the radio on just to break the silence. But it didn't help. The road felt darker than usual too. My headlights weren't reaching as far as they should have. Then it happened. I was coming around this bend near an old barn I pass every night. And for literally 1 second, I looked over at it like I always do. And when I looked back at the road, something ran out in front of my truck. At first, I thought it was a dog. A big one. It happened so fast, I didn't even fully process it. I just slammed the brakes. The tires screeched, the truck jerked forward, and I felt it hit. It wasn't a light hit either. It was heavy, like I hit something solid. I stopped in the middle of the road, heart pounding, just sitting there for a second trying to process what just happened. My first thought was, great, I just killed someone's dog. And where I'm from, that's not something you just drive away from. So I put the truck in reverse to check. And that's when everything went wrong. I looked in the rear view mirror, and the thing behind my truck wasn't on 4 legs anymore. It was standing up. I don't even know how to explain it properly. It was tall, way too tall, like taller than the truck. And my truck sits pretty high. Its body looked wrong, like stretched out or pulled too thin. Its arms were hanging low, way lower than they should have been. And its skin, it didn't sit right on it. It looked loose in some places, tight in others, like it didn't belong to it. I remember noticing patches of fur still stuck to it, but not enough for it to be an animal. and then it turned its head, not toward the road, toward me, toward the mirror, like it knew exactly where I was. That's when I saw its face. I wish I didn't. It looked almost human, but not fully, like something trying to copy a face, but getting it slightly wrong. The features didn't look fixed. They looked like they were shifting or moving slightly, and the eyes, there weren't any, just dark sockets. But I swear to God, it was still looking at me, and its mouth, the teeth were all wrong. Too many, crooked, pushing out at angles. I don't even remember breathing at that point. I just sat there frozen, staring at it through the mirror. Then a light came on from a house down the road, and the second that light hit, it snapped its head toward it and just took off into the woods. Not like an animal, like a person, running upright, fast, way too fast. That's when I finally snapped out of it. I threw the truck into gear and drove home as fast as I could. I didn't even look back. When I got home, I didn't wake my parents. I didn't say anything. I just locked every door, grabbed the guns I had, and stayed in my room. I kept telling myself it wasn't real, that I imagined it, that I was tired. And after a few hours, I almost started believing that, until I smelled it. That smell, I've only smelled it once before in my life. Rotting meat, strong, thick, like something dead sitting in the heat for days. At first it was faint, then it got stronger and stronger until it filled the entire basement. That's when I realized it wasn't outside anymore. It was close. I grabbed my shotgun and stepped out into the hallway, and the entire house was silent. No movement, no creaking. Even our dogs weren't making a sound. That scared me more than anything. I slowly walked toward the back of the house where the glass doors look out into the woods, and I forced myself to look outside. At first, I didn't see anything. Then I did, right at the edge of the tree line, standing there, perfectly still, like it had been there the whole time, watching the house, watching me. I turned on the outside lights, and for a second, it was gone. Then I realized it wasn't. It was closer, closer than it should have been, and that's when I lost it. I opened the door and fired into the dark. I don't even remember how many shots, but I remember the sound it made. That scream. It didn't sound like an animal, and it didn't sound human either. It sounded like both at the same time, like something tried to scream in a way it didn't understand. It ran off again into the woods, and after that, everything went quiet again. But here's the part that still messes with me. That wasn't the last time I felt it. Years later, different place, different night, I smelled that same thing again. And I heard something outside, trying to sound like a dog, perfectly, except it wasn't. And whatever that thing is, I don't think it lives in the woods. I think it follows people, and I think it's still out there,